Oceans are one of the most common things in the world. They cover up more than 71% of the whole Earth's surface. But how simple and common are they to understand? Let us now try to ask ourselves some questions and try to answer them in this episode of Science 360. Basically, there are 5 oceans on the Earth: Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern Antarctic, and Arctic oceans. But how much of these oceans is explored? Oceans cover approximately 360 million square kilometers and is customarily divided into several principal oceans and smaller seas. The ocean covering approximately 71% of Earth's surface and 90% of the Earth's biosphere. Oceanographer, the people who study the physical and the biological aspects of the ocean, have stated that less than 5% of the world ocean has been explored till now. And the rest 95% is still a mystery. The total volume of oceans is approximately 1.35 billion cubic kilometers, 320 million cm, with an average depth of nearly 3,000 meters. The ocean is so deep that even if the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, is submerged into the deepest parts of the ocean, Challenger Deep, then there will be a distance of 10,000 meters or 10.23 kilometers between the tip of Burj Khalifa and the surface of the ocean. And approximately it takes about 14 Burj Khalifas to reach the surface of the ocean. The oceans are divided into 3 zones based on depth. The depth of top 600 feet, the depth to which sunlight penetrates, is called the photic zone. Anything below the 650 feet depth, the photic zone. The deepest zone is the benthic zone, is the ocean floor. It averages about 12,000 feet. But the benthic zone is the deepest, and the maximum at the Mariana Trench, about 36,000 feet deep. The world ocean is the habitat of 230,000 known species, but because much of it is unexplored, the number of species that exist in the ocean is much larger, possibly over 2 million. The ocean is home for many large and giant creatures like blue whale, sperm whale, giant squids, and many more. Not only in the present, even hundreds and thousands of years ago, ocean was habitat for many millions of giant creatures like the Cosaurus and Chastesaurus. Oceans always had creatures with large size. But why? If you think that deep sea pressure would keep animals smaller and not larger, you are wrong. Water pressure isn't much of an issue, because the creatures are mostly water themselves, and water is not very compressible. In fact, the buoyancy of the organism is what allows them to grow so large. They don't need to fight gravity. This explains how they can become so huge. By the way, Kleiber's rule and Bergman's rule explains about the size of the creatures under oceans. We have seen oceans in our Earth, but what about oceans on other planets? The gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, are thought to lack surfaces and instead have a return of liquid hydrogen. However, their planetary geology is not well understood. The possibility of the ice giants Uranus and Neptune having hot, highly compressed, supercritical water under their thick atmospheres has been hypothesized. Although their composition is still not fully understood, a 2006 study by Viktorovich and Ingersoll ruled out the possibility of such a water ocean existing on Neptune. Though some studies have suggested that exotic oceans of liquid diamond are possible. Similarly, one of the moon of Saturn, the Titan, also proved to have oceans of many different compounds. May oceans be very near to us. But most of it is still not explored and remained a mystery, and that means we have still a lot to explore and discover. So people don't lose hope and keep doing science. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and support us. If you subscribe, that means a lot. Thank you.